Sun Jian was besieged by Liu Biao, but thanks to the desperate rescue efforts of Cheng Pu, Huang Gai, and Han Dang, he managed to escape, though he lost more than half of his army. He fought his way out and withdrew to Jiangdong. From then on, Sun Jian and Liu Biao became sworn enemies. Meanwhile, Yuan Shao was stationed in Heniai but lacked provisions. Han Fu, governor of Jizhou, sent grain to aid him. Yuan Shao's advisor Feng Ji said, "How can a man of ambition rely on others to feed him? Jizhou is rich in resources. Why not seize it for yourself?" Yuan Shao replied, "I haven't figured out a good plan yet." Feng Ji then offered a scheme. Secretly write to Gongsun Zan, inviting him to attack Jizhou and promise to split the land. Han Fu is inept and will likely ask you to take over to stabilize things. Yuan Shao was delighted and immediately sent a letter to Gongsun Zan. Gongsun Zan, pleased by the proposal, set out with his troops. However, Yuan Shao secretly informed Han Fu of the situation. Alarmed, Han Fu consulted with advisors Sun Chun and Xian Ping. Sun Chun said, "Gongsun Zan's forces are strong, and he is supported by Liu Bei, Guan Yu, and Zhang Fei. Resistance would be futile. Better to invite Yuan Shao to jointly govern Jizhou to calm Zan." Han Fu agreed and invited Yuan Shao. Chief Secretary Geng Wu objected, saying, "Yuan Shao is weak and relies on us for supplies. Why hand over our territory? That's inviting a wolf into the house." Han Fu claimed he was inferior to Yuan Shao and should yield to the worthy. Geng Wu sighed, declaring Jizhou hopeless, and left with over 30 men. A few days later, Yuan Shao arrived with troops. Geng Wu and Guan Chun attempted to assassinate him, but were killed by Yin Liang and Wen Chou. Yuan Shao took control of Jizhou, nominally appointing Han Fu as general of resolute might, but actually seizing all power. Regretting his decision, Han Fu abandoned his family and fled to Zhang Miao and Chunlu. When Gongsun Zan heard that Yuan Shao had seized Jizhou, he sent his younger brother Gongsun Yu to contest the territory. Yuan Shao replied, "Let your brother come in person." On his return, Gongsun Yu encountered a troop claiming to serve Dong Zhuo and was killed in a barrage of arrows. Upon hearing this, Gongsun Zan was furious. "Yuan Shao first tricked me into war and now uses Dong Zhuo's name to murder my brother. How can I not avenge this?" He immediately raised an army to attack Jizhou. Both armies faced off on opposite sides of Pan River Bridge. Gongsun Zan stood on the bridge, furiously accusing Yuan Shao of betrayal. Yuan Shao argued that Han Fu had voluntarily yielded the province, which had nothing to do with him. Gongsun Zan cursed him as treacherous, enraging Yuan Shao. Wen Chou rode out to challenge Zan. The two clashed on the bridge for several rounds, but Gongsun Zan was defeated and fled. Wen Chou pursued him deep into enemy ranks, wreaking havoc and routing Zan's forces. Just as Wen Chou was about to capture Gongsun Zan, a young general suddenly intervened. He fought Wen Chou for 50 to 60 rounds with no clear winner. Gongsun Zan, narrowly escaping, asked the youth's name. The young warrior introduced himself as Zhao Yun from Changshan, originally under Yuan Shao's command. Displeased with Yuan Shao's lack of loyalty, he defected to Gongsun Zan. Delighted, Zan returned to camp with Zhao Yun to regroup. The next day, Gongsun Zan arranged his army into left and right wings, lining up over 5,000 white horses in a single formation. He called himself the White Horse General because the Chang tribes feared white horses. Yuan Shao positioned Yin Liang and Wen Chou as vanguard commanders on both flanks, each with 1,000 archers. Chu Yi led 800 archers and 15,000 infantry hidden in ambush. Yuan Shao personally commanded the main force at the rear. Still not fully trusting Zhao Yun, Gongsun Zan assigned him to rearguard duty while he himself stationed the central force on the bridge. At dawn, drums sounded. The two sides remained in standoff until mid-morning. Yuan Shao's troops did not advance. Chu Yi had archers hide behind shields, awaiting the signal to shoot. Yin Gang led Zan's forces in the initial assault, only to be ambushed by a rain of arrows from Chu Yi's troops and killed. The archers under Yin Liang and Wen Chou also blocked support from the wings. Taking the opportunity, Yuan Shao's army attacked. Chu Yi killed the standard bearer and toppled the main flag, causing Gongsun Zan to retreat. Chu Yi pursued the rear guard and ran into Zhao Yun. They fought several rounds, and Zhao Yun killed Chu Yi with a single spear thrust. He then charged into Yuan Shao's forces, causing chaos. Seeing this, Gongsun Zan rallied and led a counterattack, defeating Yuan Shao's army. Upon hearing of Chu Yi's initial victory, Yuan Shao, unguarded, went out with Tian Feng and several hundred guards to observe the battlefield. Laughing, he said, "Gongsun Zan is no match at all." Suddenly, Zhao Yun charged in, killing several soldiers. The troops scattered. Gongsun Zan's army surrounded them. Tian Feng urged Yuan Shao to seek shelter behind the wall. Yuan Shao shouted, "I would rather die on the battlefield than live as a coward." His guards fought fiercely to protect him, and Zhao Yun was unable to break through. Yin Liang arrived with reinforcements, and a chaotic battle ensued. Zhao Yun eventually escorted Gongsun Zan out of the encirclement and retreated to Jie Bridge. Yuan Shao's army gave chase, many soldiers falling into the river and drowning. Yuan Shao only pursued for 5 li when suddenly cries of war came from the mountains. 3 warriors appeared: Liu Bei, Guan Yu, and Zhang Fei. Having learned of the situation from Ping Yuan, they came to assist. The 3 heroes stormed into Yuan Shao's forces, causing such panic that Yuan Shao dropped his treasured sword and fled. His men fought desperately to help him escape across the bridge. Gongsun Zan withdrew to camp and thanked Liu Bei, allowing Zhao Yun to meet him. Liu Bei greatly admired Zhao Yun and felt reluctant to part with him. After his defeat, Yuan Shao dared not fight again, and the two armies remained in a standoff for over a month. Word of the conflict reached Chang'an. Li Ru advised Dong Zhuo to issue a fake imperial decree to broker peace. Dong Zhuo agreed and sent Ma Ridi and Zhao Qi with the edict. Yuan Shao personally rode 100 li to greet them and received the decree kneeling. The next day, the envoys delivered the edict to Gongsun Zan, who immediately wrote a letter proposing peace with Yuan Shao. The two armies ceased hostilities. Gongsun Zan returned to the capital and formally recommended Liu Bei for the post of prefect of Pingyuan. When Liu Bei and Zhao Yun parted, they held hands in tears, unwilling to say goodbye. Zhao Yun sighed. "I thought Gongsun Zan was a true hero, but he's no different from Yuan Shao." Liu Bei comforted him, saying, "Just endure for now. We'll meet again." They tearfully bid farewell. At that time, Yuan Shu was in Nanyang. Hearing that Yuan Shao had taken Jizhou, he sent a request for 1,000 horses, but Yuan Shao refused. Furious, Yuan Shu's relationship with his brother soured. Yuan Shu also requested 200,000 units of grain from Liu Biao and Jingzhou, but was turned down. Angry, he secretly wrote to Sun Jian, asking him to attack Liu Biao. In the letter, he claimed that it was Yuan Shao's idea to block Sun Jian's retreat and that they were now plotting to attack Jiangdong. Enraged by the letter, Sun Jian declared, "They blocked my way home once. Now is the time for revenge." He summoned Cheng Pu, Huang Gai, and Han Dang for counsel. Cheng Pu warned Yuan Shu was untrustworthy, but Sun Jian said he wanted revenge regardless of Yuan Shu. He ordered Huang Gai to prepare warships and provisions. Spies on the river informed Liu Biao, who panicked and consulted his advisors. Kuai Liang suggested sending Huang Zhu to the front and Lu Biao to support from the rear to stall Sun Jian. Lu Biao agreed. Before departing, Sun Jian's younger brother Sun Jing knelt with the family to dissuade him. The world is in chaos, but Jiangdong is peaceful. It's unwise to wage war for personal revenge. Sun Jian refused to listen, declaring he would conquer the world and could not ignore vengeance. His eldest son Sun Su asked to join and was granted permission. Sun Jian reached Fanqing. Huang Zhu had laid an ambush along the shore, shooting arrows for days. Sun Jian ordered his troops to stay still and pretend to be dead to lure the enemy closer and gather arrows, eventually collecting over 100,000. On the third day, they attacked with the wind at their backs and drove Huang Zhu off. Sun Jian's army landed and launched a three-pronged assault, crushing Huang Zhu. Huang Zhu fled to Dangcheng, and Sun Jian personally pursued him. Huang Zhu sent Zhang Hu and Chun Sheng to fight. Han Dang took on Zhang Hu, and when Chun Sheng came to assist, Sun Ce shot him dead with an arrow. Zhang Hu was also slain. Huang Zhu fled in panic. Sun Jian captured Fanqing and advanced to the Han River. Alarmed, Lu Biao was advised by Kuai Liang to hold firm and request reinforcements. Cai Mao opposed this and requested to lead a sortie. Lu Biao agreed. Cai Mao led 10,000 troops to battle Sun Jian. Cheng Pu fought him and defeated him soundly, leaving corpses strewn across the field. Cai Mao retreated. Kuai Liang advised punishing him, but Lu Biao, having married his sister, refused. Sun Jian divided his forces and besieged Xiangyang. A strong wind suddenly broke the command flag. Han Dang advised a temporary withdrawal, but Sun Jian ignored him and pressed the assault. Kuai Liang observed the heavens and saw a general star falling. Calculating the signs, he concluded it referred to Sun Jian and advised Lu Biao to seek help from Yuan Shao. Brave General Lu Gong volunteered to break through the siege. Kuai Liang arranged an ambush. That night, Lu Gong led troops toward Mount Xian. Sun Jian heard and gave chase, only to fall into the trap. Rocks and arrows rained from above, and Sun Jian was killed by an arrow at the age of 37. Lu Gong beheaded Sun Jian and gave the signal to attack. Lu Biao's troops charged out from the city, throwing the Jiangdong forces into chaos. Huang Gai led the navy to assist and captured Huang Zhu. Cheng Pu protected Sun Su in retreat and killed Lu Gong during an encounter. The battle raged until dawn. Lu Biao's army retreated into the city. Upon learning of his father's death, Sun Su wept bitterly, and everyone mourned. Huang Gai suggested exchanging the captured Huang Zhu for Sun Jian's body. Huan Kai volunteered to negotiate. Lu Biao agreed, but just as the deal was about to happen, Kuai Liang stopped it, saying, "Kill Huan Kai. I have a plan that will annihilate the Jiangdong army." As for Huan Kai's fate, that will be revealed in the next chapter. Summary. This chapter intertwines strategy and war. Yuan Shao schemed to seize Jizhou and clashed with Gongsun Zan at Pan River. The brave Zhao Yun made his debut, saving the day and forming a deep bond with Liu Bei. Dong Zhui used a forged imperial decree to force a truce. The rift between Yuan Shao and Yuan Shu deepened, triggering new conflicts. Sun Jian, seeking revenge on Liu Biao, launched an eastern expedition and won several battles, but was ultimately ambushed and killed at Mount Xian. In this tale of shifting schemes and fate, victories turn to dust as the storm of the three kingdoms begins to take shape. Knowledge points. 1. Yuan Shao's acquisition of Jizhou is exaggerated. The novel dramatizes how Yuan Shao tricked Han Fu and executed dissenters. Historically, Yuan Shao gained Jizhou through political pressure and military alliances, but there is no clear evidence of such brutality.